This is my ICOM IC2730A with my ad hoc remote head mount solution. So this, what the head and the mic clip are mounted to is this ProClips vehicle specific, no drill clip mount. So if I put this heavy duty Velcro stuff on there, that stiff stuff that holds really well, just so it could be modular, so I could use it for other things when I didn't need my radio head to be right here. Usually it's down over here, next to my knee, down below the steering wheel. There it is. So I still have some finessing to do, as you can see, but the body's always going to live there, and then when I need to, I'll put the radio head here. And so if I want to put my phone on here, I can make another mount with this backing on it for a phone clip, but when the radio's there, all we have to do is put the radio mounting pieces back on. And this is a Lido brand clip. This is, of course, not the ICOM clip that comes with it. I didn't get that with this radio, and I wouldn't have bought it anyway, since it's the footprint's a little bit larger than that, and this works just fine. So let me put the radio head back up. Oh, one more thing. I'm sure you've noticed the silvery gray cable here. Since I got this radio secondhand, I didn't get the separation cable, so I just made one out of RG12 ends and then just this straight through phone cable, so it was almost free. Or it was, pennies. But so let me move this a little bit. Looks like I got it a little bit off center. So I'm OCD like that, I guess. Let me move that back. So there we go. And the cool thing about this radio is that you can put the microphone into the head or into the body. So one thing I was worried about with this setup is that if I did want to put the mic into the head, that it would pop off. But that is not an issue at all, as you can see. I can pull it almost back to the the rear passenger area, and it's holding steady just fine. So it's pretty solid. It's not bad at all. Like, I can hit the buttons just fine without it, like moving around too much. So I was worried about that, but all these worries were put to rest when I actually put this together. So I can hang my mic right there, and you can slide it back and forth too. Like if you want to, if you need to access your air conditioner controls, your hazard lights or whatever. But I would typically just keep it right there. So yeah, then if I end up having a passenger, or if I'm the passenger, I can just slide it on over there, or slide it on over this way, whatever I feel like. So I would highly recommend, if you've got a car that you don't want to, mess up or put stickers all over, or adhesive backed things, or if you don't want to mount your radio up here or on a suction cup, ProClips is great. So it's a little bit expensive, but for what you get, I think it's worth it, because it's kind of like a supply and demand thing. It's a pretty specialized product, and I'm sure they don't sell a whole lot of these, so they've got to make up for it somewhere. And for this particular vehicle, you can also get a clip from ProClips that goes right here, which would be super cool, but that's, I don't know, that's not the best, operating area for it. By my knee, when it's right here, that's kind of awesome. I can just go down here and flip around on things. The downside is that I can't see it very well. I can see half the radio just fine. It's hard to kind of illustrate that in the video, but over here, this half, I can see it all the time, 100%. But for situations where I really need to, see what's going on, it's a lot better over here, and it's still not bad. I've got my arm on the armrest, and then I can just reach up there and do what I need to do, or I can, do pretty much anything I need to do on the mic as well. The one thing I wish was different about this whole setup, and this is just this particular setup, is that It would be cool if you could change the contrast on the radio. Maybe you can, I gotta look that up. But since it's tilted back just slightly, the contrast becomes a little bit dim. So if I could move it to be just right there, that would be ideal. So maybe in the future, I can go in here and make like a shim behind it or something, but it's not bad enough for me to really pursue that. But yeah, if I had to complain about one thing, that's it, and it's not really a big deal at all. And this Lido clip, so far so good, just easy on, easy off. I think the Icom one kind of has it's closer, the clip is closer to the back, and it kind of retains it, like clips in. But this one just kind of hangs there, which I like. I think I haven't used the Icom one, but I think this is probably easier to get on and off. So there we go. There's the Icom installed in the with the remote head in the BMW X3. K5KZK.